So what I might do is go through all the fish in the shop so you can see all the cool stuff we've got, like these Western Australian blue crayfish. They are freaking awesome. Gonna eat your fish, but why not just have one of these in a tank? They are very cool. And welcome back. Lots of new fish in the last week or so. So we're going to go through all the different ones in the tanks and that. Tons of plants have turned up. Tons of everything have turned up. So lots of bunch plants and stuff like that. All the new guppies, tons of cool catfish, more things turning up tomorrow. So we are just going to start with the basics and go from there. So I'm just going to film fish and not all the boring dry goods and stuff, because the boring dry goods are pretty boring, but there are dry goods and stuff down there. I really should fix that up before tomorrow when all the tanks turn up. But anyway, we are going to look at some better fish. I was just going to say how better the better tanks are. But yes, we are filming them in the dark before we have the lights off, because you get to see how cool they look. So we started adding little plants to the tanks. These are not their permanent homes, obviously, because we're a shop, but they are much happier with sand and everything. And how pretty is that? That is a really nice betta fish. They're all nice. That's the problem. Anyway, there is Amy. Bye, Amy.
Hi.
So the reflections are probably going to be horrible. Look at her. That's a lovely fish. So I'm just going to go through a few of these guys and girls, because that is a girl. That is another one there. So anyway, you'll get the idea that these are betta fish. There's another one there. That is a very cool pink betta fish. So lots of betta fish. Cool blue betta fish. Another double tail. Some huge fins on some of these guys. Look at that. That is a lovely betta fish. So I'm going to try and do this video so it's not in multiple takes, so it's not a bit too boring. A bit too boring? It's probably a bit too boring doing it this way, so maybe I will cut things out of it to make it a bit more exciting. But we still have maybe about 50, 60 males. And there's a whole heap of girls. Look at that. That is a boy. That's a double tail. Was nice until he disappeared. There's a dragon. Another dragon. Dragon. What else? More betta fish. So some crown tails. That's a lovely orangey coloured one. A red one. A blue one. There is some deltas. That is a silly amount of tail. Thumbs up if you like tail. There we go. That is very orange, very cool. I can't believe that one hasn't sold yet. So that's a Nemo. So have a blue double tail. Another red. Very cool color, pastels. So that is what betta fish we have left in the males. We are going to go to the females. So the female betta fish will be over here. So we have some Dumbo females. They have huge fins on them. Ignore the reflections because, you know, we're... Okay, slightly better video. That is such a nice betta fish. These betta fish are better. Look at them. Oh, the reflections. That is a nice betta fish. Look at that one. So these are the koi females. You can have a group of females together, obviously. They are okay with other fish like tetras. Such a pretty fish. So we've still got about maybe 20 or so of these guys left, or these girls. Lovely fish. So I'm just pretty much feeding everything like we usually do, so I thought we might as well film it while we feed them. So still quite a few flower horns in here. Obviously they haven't coloured up or got their little humps or anything yet. Lots of tin foil barbs. It may look like a lot of food, but they will inhale that super quick. So all these cichlids are going to eat 3 or 4 pellets each. And then there's a whole group of about 30 tinfoil barbs in here. Still got a few big plecos left, so those are gold spots. Lots of silver sharks. So these are slightly bigger than the normal ones. So around that sort of 8 to 10 centimeter sort of size. I've also got 2 tiger birches right at the back. So we're going to feed them in the next sort of half hour. We're just defrosting some fish and shrimp for them. Random bristlenose. There are still some eels in here. There's one under the sand. Oh, there's another one there. So those are spiny peacock eels. Still have a few pantodon butterflies left, so we're feeding these guys crickets. We can drop some crickets. Only problem is our angelfish will be eating the crickets as well. But we'll just put more crickets in. But yeah, pantodon butterfly fish are pretty awesome, weird little guys. Like a dead grasshopper, it's upside down. Oh, you got a cricket. They found the crickets. It's about as active as they're gonna get. Holy crap. Very cool. We still have some Bulgarian green angels. They're starting to get the green sheen to them. And some of the blue guys, which are still not looking blue, but you're still starting to get that tiny bit of blue to them. Yep, I can just make out the blue. But the green ones are looking green. That's a cool angelfish. Not many of these guys left. And there are some freshwater moray eels, being all shy and eel-like and squirmy. I think this is about as good as the video is going to get with them, because they are nocturnal and they've decided they do not want to come out. But you get the idea. It's a moray. Still a few King Kong parrots left. So these are a cross between a blood parrot, which is a hybrid, and a red devil. So they get a lot bigger than a normal blood parrot. Super friendly cool fish. So we're going to feed them. And they love to inhale their food. I'll probably put some more in for the silver dollars and the barbs. There we go. If the silver dollars are out, there you got one. There they go. So these are just a high protein sinking floating food stick. Just got the camera wet. So we're just going to go to a few American cichlids. So these are just little fish we're growing up in one of our display tanks. That is an Asian upside down catfish. 2 Asian upside down catfish. Everyone does ask why they're upside down. It's because they're upside down catfish. Funny that. Anyway, what have we got in here? We have some filament barbs. We've got a few random black widow tetras and some Geophagus brasilianthus in there. That is a black belt cichlid. There's a few black belts lurking around. In this tank we've got some, what are they? Orange head Geophagus. Still a few of those guys left, and there's quite a few giant dinios in there as well. Somewhere in there. There they are. Still got a few Autumn Peru angels. So these are the hardy version of your Peru Autumns. So not the delicate ones that need a pH very, very low. Still a cool fish. You can have some pellets. And a stupid amount of red devils still. And another black belt. So female black belt, that one. So red devils get huge, obviously. So around that 50, 60 centimeters max is about as big as they're going to get. Usually they max out about 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters, but they are super aggressive. Very cool fish though. Still got a few tiger Oscars left. I think there's about 30 or 40 Oscars turning up tomorrow. So if you see me with an unboxing video tomorrow, there's going to be some bigger Oscars in there. Oh, we do have some albino Oscars left. There they are. So little albino tigers. You can have some food. And there's some red hump Geophagus. And focus. There we go. Very cool little Oscars. Still some electric blue Acaras left. And lots of tinfoil barbs. Tinfoil barbs are great for breaking up the aggression. So if you've got some angry cichlids, American cichlids, just dump a school of tinfoil barbs or silver dollars and that'll stop a lot of the hassle. Pause. More in here. Still got a few of the bigger Congo Tetras left. They all started colouring up, so most of them have sold now, but I think there's maybe at least 8 or 9 left. Just cannot get the reflection right, but get the idea. Here is a Corbensis. Albino Bunazaris Tetras, still some rainbows, and there's a few Swordtails in this tank. So Albino Bunazaris Tetras are super nippy fish, so you don't want to keep them with guppies or anything too delicate, but they are a pretty awesome tetra. How nice are those guppies? So those are the Japanese double sword blue guppies. And if we wander next door, we've got these guys, which are Endler's live bearers. Pink chili Endlers. Lovely, lovely fish. We are going down here to gold tuxedo guppies. How could you not want a tank full of all of those? And we have some gold Cobra guppies. Everyone's favourite, the pink bottom guppy. Wow. Still some of these guys left. Surprisingly, a lot of people came in and wanted them. Nibbling away on their Geophagus worms. And then these guys are super cool, the Aliphadeas. There's a really pretty one there with purple. Oh, my glass is dirty like normal. Look at that one. That's a lovely guppy. And we have assorted guppies, lots of reds. We have some super shy females. We've been catching lots of girls out today, but still another 2 tanks of girls. So I'm not going to run out of girls till at least after the weekend. So we still have our giant angelfish. I don't know how big that angelfish is. I have big hands, and the angelfish is away from the glass. So it's a large angelfish. The bluefin was my hand. But yeah, big angels still in there. Lots of crypt plants. We have lots of frilly Java fern, or the crested Java fern, normal Java fern. There was some really cool Anubius on lava rocks. Look at them. They are lovely plants. And there is a whole heap. There is a rogue peppermint bristlenose. Such a cool little guy. So we just put a couple in there to eat the algae, because sometimes the plants come in with a bit of algae. He's doing his thing, but we have Anubius on pots. So you can buy the plant already established on the pot, which is growing like that, so you don't need any substrate or anything. And there are a couple of great big mother plants there as well. I should grab one out so you can see how big they are, because these are huge plants. Oh, the size of that. So they're expensive, they're like $120, but there are multiple plants in those. So you could easily get one of those and pretty much fill up most of a tank or a whole piece of driftwood with one of those guys. There's Mr. Angelfish. Such a big meaty fish. So a couple of them have got pellets already in their mouth, but they're still going for more Geophagus worms. The size of the pellet in that one's mouth. And I still have some silver perch left. Also loving the Geophagus worms. Making a complete bloody mess. Wow, that is a mess. Num nums. I probably should have cleaned my glass, but I haven't. You get that. So some nice swordtails in here. And ironically, I think I've got like 50, 60 swordtails turning up tomorrow. So I don't even know what colors we've got turning up, but different than these guys. Some really nice black emperor tetras. So these are the ones that came in the other day, but they're finally colored up. So they're nice and jet black, and you can see their little glowing eyes. Or focus, kind of focusing, but you get the idea. And we have a few more orange head Geophagus. Still a few little guys left. And what else have we got in here? So there are some black Phantom Tetras. And I think a few red Phantom Tetras, which is just bizarre, but you get that. You can tell the difference. I think there might still be a Mister's Catfish or two. One or two Mister's Cats. So they're the striped Mister's Catfish. Awesome fish, still get a little bit bigger, get about 20 centimeters or so. So they're going to probably wipe out neons and that, but they're going to be okay with slightly bigger tetras. Oh, looks like 3 left. And the neon tetras from yesterday have coloured up. Ironically, half of them have already sold, but we will have more hopefully turning up tomorrow again. We tend to only get 100 or 150 at a time, just to make sure they're okay and they're healthy. Otherwise, we don't want to order like 250 and they end up dodgy. These ones are a pretty nice batch. We didn't lose one of them, so all round cool fish. Albino glow-like tetras are freaking awesome fish. Look at them. The albino just makes it glow. So still got quite a few of these guys. They are really nice. Also some really nice red line torpedo barbs. They are still needing to colour up, but they sell before they colour up, but they are freaking lovely. So next door we have the longfin black widow tetras, so they've all coloured up. Still a couple of electric blue rams. I think we've got a lot more of those turning up tomorrow as well. And then more gouramis, so these are the honey dwarf gouramis, super peaceful little fish. And still got a few of the gold widows left. Another pretty popular little tetra. Hidden away in here we have some black neon tetras. Another peaceful tetra. Very underrated. They've got the lime green fluorescent stripe with the black stripe underneath them. And they've got that iridescent whitey blue sheen to the tips of their dorsal fin. Very cool little guys. A few rogue swordtails as well. And we still have some scissortail raspora, being all shy. I accidentally fed these guys with some pellets before I put the worms in, so they're really not interested. Lots of cool cories. Oh, there is a really cool, what are you? Peacock gudgeon. Actually, a couple of peacock gudgeons. So these guys came in really small, but they're just starting to colour up. And we have a few normal whiptails pretending to be logs. Another awesome fish. I keep quite a few of these at home because they are lovely. There's a few over here, munching away. Really peaceful catfish, great algae eaters. Yeah, and they look cool. They don't get overly huge like some of the other guys. So these ones will max out at about that sort of 12, 14 centimeters. So about the length of a bristlenose, but a lot narrower. There's a bristlenose there. Long fin gold rams. So these guys came in, they had ratty tails, but they're actually starting to settle down big time now. So they're looking really, really impressive. Look at that one. And they're only 25 each, which is pretty cheap for a huge fish like this. These are almost adult size. Look at that. That is a nice looking fish. So his tail will grow back. As I said, they came in a little bit ratty, but they've mostly healed. Look at that one. That is a lovely ram. So these are pretty peaceful community fish. So they're a dwarf cichlid, so they're not going to get really any bigger than what you see here, which is about maybe 6 centimeters or so. So those are some little cories there. So those guys are orange Venezuelan Corydoras. Another really, really nice cory. So it's nice to actually see them coloured up like this. Usually it takes them about a few days to colour up. And there's some little pandas in there. There's more pandas. There's some pandas. And there is a female blue ram. So that is a common blue ram there. And that is a golden longfin ram. They will breed together. It's the same fish, just one's albino, one's not, and one has long fins. So the albino will be recessive. So the long fin, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it would be recessive as well. You'll have to breed two together to find out what you get. Maybe Nick from Keeping Simple can do that. There you go, breed a long fin with a short fin. See what you get, Nick. How nice are those cories? They are nice cories. And that's a black Venezuelan there as well. I feel like I just have to add a few shrimp in here because we've got some really, really nice yellow shrimp at the moment. There's some really, really nice yellow shrimp. Anyway, back to fish. And there's still a few peppermint bristlenose as well. They are really, really nice little fish. So these are local bred. I think there's about 8 or 9 left at the moment. How could you not like that? That is a pretty awesome little fish. So great algae eaters. They're exactly the same as a bristlenose. If you want to breed them, you just want softer water. But yeah, otherwise, great little scavengers. He's just eating an algae wafer. But really striking colour. How cute are they? Are they? Are they? Are they? How cute was that, I should say? That was a cutie loach. We have a little goldfire Apistogramma hiding in his moss. There he is. Oh, stop hiding. You want to see your little stripy body. They are so cute. So super peaceful little loach. They're the same idea as a catfish. They only get about 8 to 10 centimeters long. That is a cutie loach. Num nums. And some lovely Julii Corydoras. So these guys came in yesterday. They are pretty fish. So just a nice peaceful catfish, great for community tanks. There's a couple more whiptails. But yeah, schooling, like all the other Corydoras, you want a group of them. But yeah, how nice are they? That is a little bumblebee goby lurking around in there. There is a rogue bristlenose. How nice are those cories? Lovely fish. And the Sturbe cories that turned up yesterday as well, doing their Sturbe cory thing. As I said in the other video, they are a little bit chunkier than a normal Corydoras, so they get a little bit bigger, but all around super tough, easy to keep cories. There's still a few L397s lurking around too. There's an orange tail, and a few black culiloaches, a few blue rams. Okay, there's a little bit of a mix in this tank at the moment. And I think if we go up there, there's another peppermint. There's a few more L397s in the back. Another lovely little catfish. Hidden underneath the cories. There he is. Pygmy Perch from Western Australia, another weird native fish. So these guys are going really, really well. They are very small, you can tell by the Goldie. Those are pretty big snails. But still got a fair few of these guys left. Doing their Pygmy Perch thing. We have some lovely Medakas, a few different varieties, and some super nice mystery snails. Who's a pretty gold snail? Oh, thumbs up if you like pretty gold snails. I don't get much prettier than that. So I was innocently feeding fish, and then we have a Synspillum that's decided to breed with one of the little bloody King Kong parrots. Yeah, and we seem to have lots of fry in here, so maybe I will separate them tomorrow and deal with that. Don't ask me what they're going to look like, except for horrible hybrid cichlids. Well, there we go. Life will find a way. So hopefully that wasn't too boring. That was probably the easiest way of showing you what new fish I've got without going through every single fish, because we feed them every day. Yeah, so if you like this video, can you click the thumbs up thing? Feel free to subscribe if you want to subscribe. All the lights are magically turning out because I should probably go home because now it's late at night. Lots of fish turning up tomorrow, so I'll try and do another unboxing thing to see the cool stuff then. Because we have, again, some more cooler fish. Look at that elephant nose. Such a beady snout. Anyway, thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video.